my name is sillylilkat. I'm a queer shiny hunting streamer. I stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. My channel is all about comfort and laughter. It's a space where you can let yourself be yourself and enjoy the things you like just for you.
Hello, welcome in everyone. I'm Watch Holly. This is sillylilkat. We're going to do season 4, oh my goodness, of interviews. We're going to talk about how to grow while you're not streaming. But Kat, first, go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I'm a part-time streamer and a Twitch affiliate. I have a full-time job in digital media marketing, so I work 9 to 5 and then stream in the evenings or Sunday mornings. I've been streaming for like 3 years now. I actually started out as an Animal Crossing streamer, which is pretty funny because I only played it for like 3 streams and then stopped. But my first year of streaming was mostly like figuring out the type of content that I wanted to create. I just kind of I wasn't quite sure. I didn't have an exact vision other than I wanted to create content. So I just hit the go live button and started and was like, we're going to figure it out from there.
Yeah.
So I went from Animal Crossing to cozy variety for a while, and finally settling on shiny hunting Pokemon.
I love that. During the pandemic, everyone got obsessed with Animal Crossing, and my little island, I was so obsessed with it. And then eventually I was like, I hate my island. And then I just stopped.
Yeah. I played religiously for like maybe a month, 2 months every day. And then I was like, all right,
yeah,
I got to actually have a life.
I relate. Okay, so let's talk about offline content strategies. Do you have any? Do you post on social media? Talk about that.
I do, yeah. So I have Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, Threads, and I kind of post on all of them. I don't post everything on all of them, but I would say TikTok and Twitter are kind of my most successful platforms, and I really have to give credit to their algorithms and discoverability. I think TikTok's algorithm is extremely good for discovery no matter the size of your account. Like, it will push videos from creators of all sizes, so it doesn't matter if you have 2 followers and get like 11 views. It'll still push your content out to people that it thinks will like it, which I think is really awesome. And then Twitter, I mean, we know it has its issues, but it does work extremely well for like general awareness, like posting when you go live. Since Twitch doesn't have a huge level of discoverability, I know they've been working on it and it has gotten better. But their going live notifications, I think, is the biggest thing that I use Twitter for, because Twitch, they only send it to your current followers who have it turned on. They don't send it to anybody new. There's no discoverability when you go live, really, other than you just showing up on Twitch's page. So Twitter is really great for kind of getting your name out there and getting seen. So I definitely focus on those two the most, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And kind of what is your content pipeline? How are you repurposing your Twitch VODs? And what are you posting on the social media itself?
So since my niche now is shiny hunting, a lot of my content comes from just reactions to finding the shiny. I don't know how much you know about shiny hunting, but it can be, it takes a lot of patience. It can be a long time until you get what you're looking for. But I'll often get really good content from my reactions because it's always kind of a surprise when you do find one, whether it's the one that I'm hunting for or it's just like one that just happens to spawn. So it's all dependent on the RNG gods being on my side, but it's definitely something that I can consistently expect, kind of, I know will happen eventually, multiple times. So then I know that I can use that and turn that into third-party content.
Okay, nice. And how often do you try and post, or is it only when you find the shinies?
I try to post at least once or twice a week in terms of videos, because that's really all that I have time for with the 9 to 5, 40 hours a week. It's a lot. But I try to post at least once or twice a week. I don't always post my shiny reactions. Sometimes when I'm in a drought, I'm currently in a drought right now, I don't really have a lot, so I try to turn to more meme content or trending audios, and I'll have a day where I'll spend some time filming a bunch of them, filming a bunch of audios, maybe not necessarily know what they're going to be about quite yet, but just having them filmed is super nice to have in the backlog.
Oh, okay. No, that's great. Let's talk about that for
Yeah.
a second. So you do kind of follow trends and use sounds. How do you find both of those?
So a lot of it is just scrolling through the For You page.
Yeah.
And just kind of seeing what is repeated. If there's something that's a sound or like a format that's being repeated, I'll be like, okay, this might be something that I could use. It's clearly trying to push this audio or this meme format. So maybe I can spin it into my own niche and see if I can create a relatable scenario that kind of fits into the mold,
Yeah.
so to speak.
And what is your best performing piece of content, do you think? And why do you think it worked? Was it with the sounds?
Kind of. So my best performing piece of content was it was sort of a satire TikTok. There was a little bit of a trend for a while, and it's kind of like a reoccurring trend. It's one that's not really leaving anytime soon, but it's like energy claiming, like claim your energy for whatever thing you're trying to manifest. But I flipped it to be specifically about good luck when opening Pokemon card packs. And the Pokemon card, the TCG has just been such a mess in the past like couple years. Scalpers have been a huge issue, so it's like really hard to even find card packs to open, let alone the chances that you have for pulling something good. So I was trying to like give energy, and it was kind of a satire off of that. But a lot of people really grabbed onto that and were like, please, I need this energy so bad. I need to pull, like, I need to at least find something. Like, it was really cute, actually.
Oh, I like that. No, that's cute.
Thank you.
When you make these videos, are you using any form of like editing softwares or things like that in order to do so?
Yeah, so for my meme content, my trending audios and stuff, I edit those in CapCut. But for my more involved TikToks, like my shiny reactions, I actually work with an editor.
Oh, okay.
So we work together, and they create. I give them clips, and they create a draft, and then we kind of talk about how I want it to go out. If there's a sound effect that I'm not quite loving, or if there's something that I really want to include, like we'll kind of brainstorm.
Oh, I really like. Wow, having an editor, so good.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice. It takes a lot of weight off of my shoulders, so that I can spend time, because I'm a bit slow at editing when it comes to really involved stuff. Like CapCut and doing my meme audios is very, very simple, because it's just adding a caption and maybe a cut here or there. But when it's like the shiny reactions, it's a little more involved. Having to watch the clip over and over again to figure out exactly what words I want to have shown in the clip, sort of figuring out a story within the Twitch clip itself. So that's a lot more involved. So it leaves me time to like take care of my cats and have time for myself. And
yeah, which is already limited, because
which is already limited.
Like,
right.
yeah, no, definitely. So I don't know if this question would be for you or for your editor, but do you guys kind of create a hook and any formulas that you swear by to the videos?
Yeah, so we think we have like a good wavelength together. We kind of think on the same patterns, but generally when I think about a hook, it's either something visual, physical, or auditory, or often a combination of the two to kind of grab the attention right away. A lot of the times, like, I'm sure you've heard of the millennial pause. But trying to get rid of that, making sure that within the first like couple milliseconds, not even the first second, but like the first couple milliseconds, having some kind of sensory thing to look at or hear really like grabs the attention of people and kind of catches the main focus. It, like a physical motion. A lot of people will do like turning in the chair, and then they'll start talking. But like it grabs you because you're curious to see what happens next. Other than like just silence, you're like, okay.
Yeah, no, definitely. How do you analyze your content performance and then adjust?
Yeah, so I tend to look at my retention rate. My favorite thing about TikTok analytics specifically is that it does give you the retention rate of like what time in the video your viewers start to drop off. And most people drop off right away, and that's just kind of the nature of the game. But I try to look at the second point where people drop off, like where the next 50%. And see what caused them to either lose attention or feel like they learned everything or consumed everything they wanted to from the initial hook, if that makes sense.
No, definitely, yeah. And then do you like re-edit it, or do you just note it for next time and then try and progress?
I generally note it for next time. I haven't reused any of my content yet, but when I do eventually reuse it, I think I would like to do that. I've seen that. I've seen other creators do that, and it seems to work well, especially if you go on vacation and need like to post something, or like schedule something. So probably I would re-edit them whenever that time comes. But in terms of creating new stuff, I generally note it, and if there's something similar that happens in a new video, I'll be like, okay, we're gonna cut that part. That part's not important. People don't care. Or I'll try to like condense it, make it more succinct.
Okay. No, that makes sense. All right, my last question is, do you have any hello? My last question is, do you have any other advice to give Twitch streamers to get into short form content?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really corny, but I feel like the best advice that I could give is just start doing it. Figure out a rhythm for creating and posting that works for you, and just post it, even if you think it's quote unquote bad. Creating that rhythm of consistency for you to like film and create and post for yourself, and also for your audience to expect things from you, is going to be key for just getting into the rhythm of everything. I mean, because at the end of the day, you can't learn anything if you're not actively participating in it. So you kind of just have to do it and throw bananas at the wall and see what sticks.
Not the bananas. No, that's perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kat, for doing this. I really appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you so much again for having me.
Yeah. All right. We're going to say goodbye to YouTube, and then I'll say goodbye to you afterwards. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out Silly Little Cat, and I'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube.